Pero usted puede asegurar que su dinero o nunca ha tenido vinculación con el narcotráfico.
Siempre he asegurado que mi dinero no tiene vínculos con el narcotráfico.
Crime pays. Or does it? In today's video, you will discover the top 10 richest criminal organizations this world has ever seen. Some of them have become even more profitable than Wall Street. Why does one of the groups operate without a boss? And how has a certain cartel leader been able to run his gang from behind prison walls? All this and more shall be revealed today. But that's not all. For everyone who sticks around, there's a bonus group that will be revealed at the end of the video. So keep your eyes peeled. And on that note, meet the top 10 richest criminal organizations that own all money. Number 10, the Camorra Cartel. What if you were part of a group with no boss that managed to make $4.9 billion? The Camorra Cartel in Italy has been doing this since the 1600s. They started with a bunch of people who just wanted to get rich. Over time, they got so powerful, they even helped change who was in charge of Italy. Now, they do lots of things, including illegal stuff like gambling and trafficking. They also have a big say in businesses like waste management in Naples. How did they grow so big and stay around for so long without anyone leading them the traditional way? Number 9, the Medellin Cartel. Have you ever thought about how some groups make so much money they become famous worldwide? The Medellin Cartel, led by Pablo Escobar, was one of those. Back in its prime, it was the top drug cartel in Colombia and very well known around the globe. They made more than $20 billion every year from selling drugs. Pablo Escobar started this cartel when he was in his 20s, and he became known for not just drugs, but also for causing a lot of trouble. Escobar and his group were so rich that many of them were billionaires. What's it like to have that much money from doing something so risky? Number 8, Ndrangheta. How do you run a secret business that makes $4.5 billion a year? The Ndrangheta from Italy knows the answer. They started back in the 19th century in Calabria and got really good at selling cocaine, but they didn't stop there. They also made friends with other criminal groups and even put their money into legal businesses. They've been around for 200 years and are really good at keeping secrets, which makes them hard to catch. Imagine running a business that big and still keeping it quiet. How do they do it? Number 7, the Sinaloa Cartel. What would you do if you controlled a business worth billions? The Sinaloa Cartel does exactly that with the drug market. People say the drug market could be worth up to $500 billion, and the Sinaloa Cartel has a big piece of that. They were started by El Chapo Guzman, who managed to keep things under control even when he was in jail. That's not easy to do. Think about the kind of planning and control you need to run such a huge operation. How does someone manage that from behind bars? Number 6, the Yamaguchi-gumi. What happens when breaking the rules means losing a part of your body? The Yamaguchi-gumi, Japan's biggest Yakuza group, asks members to cut off a finger if they mess up big time. They make a lot of money from different things like gambling and selling drugs. They also have a strict set of rules to follow. Imagine being in charge of keeping everyone in line when the stakes are that high. How strict would you be to make sure things run smoothly? Number 5, the Solntsevskaya Bratva. Did you know Russia has its own mafia that makes $8.5 billion a year? The Solntsevskaya Bratva does everything from contract killing to money laundering. They're not like other groups with a clear boss. Instead, they have 9,000 members split into 10 groups that do their own thing but work together when needed. They even have a council that meets all over the world, making it seem like they're just having parties. How do you keep such a big group organized and still make so much money? We may never know. So far, we have seen only 5 of the richest criminal organizations that are richer than everyone, but these next 5 will have you rethinking your career. And the last group on the list, group number 1, scares me the most. Number 4, D Company. Did you know when people talk about large crime groups, they rarely mention India? But that's exactly what Dawood Ibrahim prefers. Being low-key helps him stay off the radar, even though he's the FBI's 3rd most wanted for backing terrorists. Starting in the 1970s in Mumbai, his gang D Company began by smuggling drugs like heroin and opium. Over time, they started giving money to groups like Al-Qaeda. It's rumored they pull in about $6.7 billion a year. Since he planned the 1993 Mumbai bombings, Dawood's been hiding so well that not even the CIA or FBI can catch him. He's out there somewhere, still in charge of his empire from the shadows, being both a ghost and a kingpin. Number 3, the Cosa Nostra. When it comes to well-known crime families, the Mafia or La Cosa Nostra often comes to mind. Their story starts in Sicily, Italy, back in the 1800s as a prison gang. They've always prioritized 3 things: honor, loyalty, and silence. They grew strong by meddling in politics, doing dirty work like assassinations. When Mussolini rose to power, he was too much even for them, pushing them to flee to the US and Canada. There, they dived into all kinds of illegal stuff, making a whopping $50 billion across their 25,000 members and 250,000 associates. They're not just a crime group, as most would think. They're a massive, shadowy family network spanning the globe. So if you think you're safe, sorry to break it to you, but you're not. You're probably being watched at this very moment. If you want to know more about La Cosa Nostra, then you're in luck, because we decided to create an entire video just on them. The link is in the description. Number 2, Gulf Cartel. Mexico's Gulf Cartel is among the oldest crime rings around. They've built a reputation on drug trafficking to the US and Europe, notorious for kidnappings and extreme violence. They've got their hands in every type of criminal activity you can imagine. Despite constant pressure from anti-drug forces, they've held on tight. With a net worth of about $9.9 billion, they stand as one of the wealthiest criminal syndicates, proving they can survive and adapt no matter what's thrown at them. Number 1, the Triads. The Triads are the most formidable and spine-chilling criminal group out there, with roots going back to the 17th century China. Originally formed as rebel societies, they've evolved into global crime syndicates operating from Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, extending their reach to the Americas, Africa, and Europe. Their main business? Human trafficking, moving a staggering 100,000 people yearly, alongside drug trafficking and a variety of other criminal enterprises. Their decentralized structure makes them especially elusive, allowing them to operate under the radar. Estimates suggest they're sitting on a fortune, possibly as much as $13 billion, but their secretive nature keeps everyone guessing about the true extent of their wealth and influence. Bonus: the Bratva. And because you stayed until the end, here's a bonus group for the Bratva, also known as the Russian Mafia, emerged in the chaos following the Soviet Union's collapse in the late 1980s. With a sprawling network across Russia and an estimated 3 million members within the country, plus 300,000 globally, their tentacles are ensnared in over 50 countries. This organization has a deep history, tracing back to the days before the Soviet era, when they ran black market operations. Today, they're known for a wide range of criminal activities, including money laundering, drug trafficking, extortion, and high-level robbery. And they're estimated to take home an annual revenue of about $8.5 billion. What sets the Bratva apart is not just the scale of their operations, but their structure, partially resembling a military. Their activities have significant implications affecting economies and politics in various regions. Interestingly, there are claims of connections between the Bratva and the Russian government, suggesting a level of influence that blurs the lines between organized crime and the leadership of governments. What a scary thought. But the Bratva reach is not confined to Russia. They have a notable presence in cities like New York, indicating their ability to adapt to different countries' systems. Despite their notoriety and the wide array of crimes they're involved in, the Bratva's internal workings remain shrouded in secrecy. This secrecy, combined with their historical roots and extensive network, makes the Bratva another rich crime group to avoid at all costs. But what can you learn from all this? Well, number 1, know your local shops. Some businesses might look legit, but are actually fronts for crime. Learn who you're buying from. Number 2, beware of too good deals. If an investment or deal feels unreal, it might be a money laundering trap. Stay clear. Number 3, watch out together. Join community watch efforts. Spotting and reporting strange activities can protect your neighborhood, and everyone wants a safe neighborhood. Got your heart racing, didn't we? Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling journey. And hey, drop a comment below if there's a topic that's been keeping you up at night. We might just turn the spotlight on it next.